Among the most popular Russian jets is the Sukhoi Su-30SM, which has regularly been improved upon to up its lethality, firepower and overall performance. Now, perhaps in its most ambitious upgrade, the aircraft will transition to its Su-30SM2 version, which includes an engine and radar borrowed from the top-of-the-line Russian jet the Su-35, besides all-new avionics and fire control system. The first flight of the Su-30SM2, also called Super-Sukhoi, is scheduled for the end of 2020. After successful qualification, all current generation Su-30SM will be upgraded to the SM2 version. The Su-30SM2 is intended to breathe new life into the hundreds of Su-30 sold to international customers such as India, Malaysia, Vietnam, China, and Algeria. The SM2 is expected to knock on the doors of potential customers considering 4++ generation jets such as the Dassault Rafale, Eurofighter Typhoon and F-16. Of particular interest are countries which already have Su-30s in their inventory and are considering the Rafale to leapfrog their air force's capabilities. Does the Su-30SM2 have enough features to make countries veer away from the leading French jets and put their money in an upgraded Russian aircraft? Pricing: Su-30SM2 vs Rafale. The Su-30SM2 is derived from Su-30SM and Su-35. The advanced Su-35 flankery costs around $85 million per unit. In August 2020, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu announced plans to buy 21 4++ generation Su-30SM2 jets and 25 Yak-130 advanced jet trainers for 100 billion Russian rubles or $1.33 billion. Without weapons, training and support packages, a single unit of the Yak-130 comes with a price tag of $15 million. Doing the math, 25 Yak-130s would add up to $375 million, which means the modernized Su-30SM2 costs around $44 million apiece. Flyaway Rafale jets sans firepower and weaponry meanwhile cost $81 million per unit for Air Force single-seat C variant, $87.6 million for Air Force two-seat B variant and $93.6 million for Navy M variant. Industry experts cited by Economic Times in 2018 put the price of a French Air Force Rafale to between $200 to $250 million. This includes maintenance, training of pilots and technicians, armaments and spares. While not much is known about the specifics of the Su-30SM2 over the base Su-30SM, some hints of what is coming were provided in early 2019. The Sukhoi Su-30SM fighter jet will be standardized with the Su-35 by upgrading its onboard equipment and armament to cut its cost price and breathe a new life into the plane, Russian Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Borisov told journalists in February 2019. Initially, it was planned to strengthen Su-30SM's armament and change the composition of the avionics. The aircraft received the designation Su-30SM1. Soon after Russian President Vladimir Putin's 2018 order to unify Su-30SM and Su-35S, manufacturer Sukhoi began drawing best features of both jets to build the Super-Sukhoi or the Su-30SM2. The Su-35S's powerful AL-41F1S engine and N035RBZ radar was chosen over Su-30SM's AL-31 and N011MBARS radar. The Su-35S lists a top speed of Mach 2.25 at altitude, roughly 1,500 miles per hour, and range, on internal fuel, is out to 1,900 nautical miles, while Su-35S can ferry out to 2,400 nautical miles. The Su-35S will have the capability to operate at service ceilings of 60,000 feet and sport a 55,100 feet per minute climb rate. In future, Russia plans to upgrade its Su-30 fleet to the SM2 standard. Engine and radar. The Su-30SM2 will be equipped by an RBZ passive electronically scanned array (PESA) radar designed by the Takhomir of NIIP, an evolution of the BARS multimode radars currently installed in the Su-30SM jet. The radar is sighted at an average power rating of 5 kilowatts, with 2 kilowatts CW rating for illumination. The NIIP claimed twice the bandwidth and improved frequency agility over the BARS, and better electronic counter-countermeasures capability. As part of the Super-Sukhoi upgrade, the Su-30SM would get the AL-41F1S, also known as Article 117S, thrust-vectoring engines that propel the newer Su-35 jets. Current generation Su-30SM and their variants such as the Su-30MKI, India, Su-30M, Malaysia, are equipped with the AL-31F engine or its variants which provide a maximum thrust of 12,500 kgf. A single Su-35's engine provides 14,500 kgf or 16% more thrust than the Su-30SM engine. The service life of the engine is also doubled, up to 4,000 hours, without increasing the mass and dimensions. Equipped with a plasma ignition system, the AL-41F1S is more economical than the AL-31FP, which is currently installed on the Su-30 series of aircraft. With the same amount of fuel, the fighter can stay in the air longer. The increased power is needed not only to create a reserve of traction. Increased power is necessary to equip the jet with energy-intensive onboard equipment such as electronic warfare system and a radar with better target detection range. According to the engine developer, the new engine will simplify and reduce the cost of servicing and extend the service life of the Su-30SM already purchased by Russia and its allies. Avionics. The Su-30SM2 is expected to receive Su-35's avionics suite. According to Sukhoi, it is based on open architecture using multiplex data exchange links and includes an information management system, sighting/navigation/control radar system, an optical locating station, as well as communications, monitoring, recording and U equipment. The aircraft's radar can detect air targets with AS equals 3 square meters at a distance of 350 kilometers. The Su-35's flight controls are highly ergonomic, the company claims, adding that wide-screen color displays coupled with a helmet-mounted targeting system provides convenient perception of information. The aircraft features an integrated in-flight refueling probe, provision for ECM, electronic countermeasure, pods, upgraded and more powerful engines, larger wing surface areas and a forward and rear-facing Phasotron radar system capable of simultaneous tracking of 24 targets up to 62 miles, 100 kilometers, away over uneven terrain. An additional auxiliary internal reserve fuel tank has been added as well to bring about the required operational range. The cockpit sports an updated color CRT display as well as hard, head-up display, along with digital fly-by-wire, FBW, capability with quadruple redundancy. The onboard computer is able to find 4 different ways to achieve the desired flight control action. Weapons comparison, Su-35 vs Rafale. As a multi-role fighter platform, the Su-35S benefits from the full array of Russian-sponsored ordnance options across no fewer than 14 weapon hardpoints, 12 underwing and under fuselage, all external. The Su-35 can carry air-to-air missiles, RVVST, RVVMD and R-73E, air-to-ground missiles, KH-31PD, KH-31A, KH-29TL, KH-59MK, Kb-500K, Kb-500SE, Kb-500-OD, Kb-1500K type guided bombs, aviation bombs, caliber 100, 250, 500 kilograms, unguided rockets, S-8, S-13 as well as an internal 30 mm gun. Effective engagement of air, ground and surface targets is achieved through the use of modern radar, optical locating station and helmet targeting system, high target approach accuracy, employment of guided weapons with active and passive radar, laser and TV guidance systems. Su-30MKI jet can be armed with Brahmos, a modified air-launched variant of the missile with a range of 400 kilometers. So its cousin, the Su-30SM2, could also be compatible, although Russia has not yet announced plans to equip this particular jet with the missile. The French bird Rafale has been cleared to operate Mica, Meteor, Hammer, Scalp, AIM-39 Exocet missiles, laser-guided bombs with different warheads from 500 pounds to 2,000 pounds, classic bombs non-guided, 2,500 rounds per minute next to Su-30SM 91 30mm internal cannon, among others. The Rafale's stores management system is MIL Standard 1760 compliant, which provides for easy integration of customer-selected weapons. With its 10-ton empty weight, the Rafale is fitted with 14 hard points, 13 on the Rafale M. 5 of them are capable of drop tanks and heavy ordnance. Total external load capacity is more than 9 tons. Hence, Rafale can lift the equivalent of its own empty weight in payloads. Buddy-buddy refueling missions can be carried out in portions of the airspace out of reach of dedicated and vulnerable tanker aircraft. Conclusion: with a higher thrust-generating engine coupled with thrust vectoring system, the AL-41F1 engine from the Su-35 edges over the Rafale in terms of maneuverability. This would aid the Sukhoi Su-30SM2 to dominate aerial dogfights. The longer range and sensitivity provided by the UBZ-PESAUR radar provides the upper hand to the Su-30SM2 in the battle of sensing enemies at a longer range. The higher thrust and max takeoff weight allows the Su-30SM to fly at a higher altitude compared to the Rafale. The Rafale boasts of a suite of high-tech sensors with ability to strike ground targets precisely, making it as a superior ground attack aircraft. The Rafale's MIL Standard 1760 compliance will help easier integration of newer weapons which the customer may desire. The Rafale has the ability to do buddy-buddy refueling missions, extending its operational range greatly while not risking tanker aircraft.